Burlington Amtrak station is located on 300 South Main Street in Burlington, Iowa. Also, the station opened in 1947 and was built in 1944. Also, the Burlington Amtrak station is open 24 hours a day, but there are no Amtrak personnel ticket machines at the station at any time. Tickets must be purchased in advance or on train from a conductor. The station acts as a transfer hub for Burlington Urban System, BUS for short. A local municipal bus system. Riders can transfer to every bus route in the BUS system. It was also designed by the well-known Chicago-based architecture firm of Holabird and route for the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Railroad. The station also exemplifies the streamlined mid-century modern aesthetic that came into vogue in the 1930s. The two-story station, constructed of reinforced concrete, is faced-in, wood-colored Wisconsin Lannon fieldstone laid in a random ashlar pattern. Areas for train and bus passengers were located on the lower level, while the upper story contained offices for the general superintendent, freight agent, division engineer, and telephone and telegraph operators. The two-story waiting room features walls clad in a buff Montana travertine, durable terrazzo floors, and black marble accents and trim. On the wall of the waiting room, the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy inscribed many of the major achievements that it had accomplished in its namesake city, such as the testing of inventor George Westinghouse's air brakes in 1887. Following a flood in the summer of 1993, the city of Burlington purchased the building from the Burlington Northern Railroad in 1994 and undertook a series of renovation, including roof repairs and the installation of new windows. A group called Friends of the Depot also formed to help the city maintain the structure and encourage ideas for its adaptive reuse. More than $1,000 donated by Amtrak. The Friends organized work days in 2011 and 2012, during which volunteers painted the depot's exterior and trim and caulked windows, and still going under restoration. Also, Burlington's Amtrak station has a steam locomotive from the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Railroad displayed nearby as well. Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy 3003 was built by Baldwin in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1930 and is the 61,501st steam locomotive built by that factory, and is a 464 Hudson type steam locomotive and is an S4 class steam locomotive. Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy 3003 is one of 12 Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy 464s that were built and were all built by Baldwin. Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy 3003 was basically used as a high-speed passenger steam locomotive for the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Railroad. and went into service pulling a Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy varnish. Pulling the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy varnish passenger service is such as the Aksarben, which is Nebraska spelled backwards, between Lincoln, Nebraska, and Chicago, Illinois. The Chicago, Illinois, Denver, Colorado Aristocrat, and the Black Hawk, Chicago, Illinois, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota overnight. Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy 3003 was then retired and then donated to the city of Burlington, Iowa by the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Railroad in 1961. It is on display just north of the Amtrak depot and was refurbished and rededicated in 1991 and can be found on static display in this spot where it is today. Also, Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy 3003 is one of 5 remaining Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy 464 Hudsons that remain today, and 3003 can be found here near the Burlington Amtrak station in Burlington, Iowa, where it is today.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed learning about trains with me today. That's the last train guy segment show. Also, I hope to see you all again in the next segment. So this is Matthew Last, host of Matthew Last Train Guy segment show, signing out. All aboard.